My job is watching a woman trapped in a room. 3 years ago, I was looking at local job classifieds when one ad caught my eye, not because of what it said, but because it said so little. It just read, job available, good pay, no benefits, discretion required. That was it, just an email address. I was managing a music store that was about to shut down, so I sent an email. Half an hour later, I had a response. They sent me to an office building in an upscale part of the city. I filled out forms and questionnaires and they told me they'd be in touch. A month later, I got a call. I went to a different office park and met a man named Mr. Solomon. He took me into a large room with a chair, a desk, and 2 monitors. On a desk was a bolted metal box with a red button and a green button. My job was simple. 7 shifts of 6 hours every week. I was to arrive early, change into provided work clothes, and store all my belongings in a locker. I was never to carry anything into the surveillance room, and I was never to take anything out. The left monitor showed a live stream from a remote location. My job was simply to watch the camera. Once an hour, I would log onto the right monitor and type a brief description of anything interesting that happened. The red button was for emergencies. The green button was to be hit if I saw something particularly noteworthy. The pay was $35 an hour. That worried me. My mom always said if it's too good to be true, it probably is. I asked if I was going to be doing anything illegal. Mr. Solomon laughed and said no. I asked if anyone was going to get hurt. He shook his head no. He said the work was important and I had to sign papers promising I would never discuss it. Or I could be locked up. I took the job and quit the store with no notice. I was excited. It was easy work, if a bit boring. The real surveillance room was just like the model, but the monitors were turned on. The left monitor showed a video from a bedroom. It had a bed, a TV, a sofa, chairs, and tables. And there was a woman in the room. She was always there. She read, she watched TV, she slept, she never left. I watched her for hours, every day. She had no door, no windows, just walls, furniture, and a camera in the corner. I wondered who she was, why she was there, and why I was being paid so much to watch her do nothing. Then I started to notice things, small things. The room never changed. She never aged. Her clothes were always the same. I realized I wasn't watching a person, I was watching a simulation, a test, and I was the one being observed. My job wasn't to watch the woman, it was to see if I would notice that she was never real. I passed the test, but I still don't know what happens to the ones who fail. I only know I was the first one to ever press the green button,